I just need to talk. I've never really done this before, and I said that I wanted to start a channel and get my, just get my message out there. Maybe it'll help some people, maybe it won't, maybe, who knows. But anyways, I'm rambling. I'm Shalise. My name's Shalise. And I'm 34. And I'm a single mom of 2. I have a 17, almost 18-year-old daughter and a 2.5-year-old son. So there is a lot. There's so much, guys. Like, this is gonna be rough. And I do have to warn anyone, there is going to be a lot of really difficult things that I talk about, and it may be triggering to some people. And I just want to let you know that I'm right here with you, and I support you. And I'm just telling my story from my perspective of what I recall to the best of my ability, honestly, truthfully, as respectfully as I care to be. But for today, I need to talk, and I don't have anyone to talk to. So I'm going to talk to me, you, whoever ends up listening to this. I had a really, really big fight with my daughter. We've been fighting for the last couple of days, actually. And I'm not really sure, our relationship is rocky. And, excuse me. Our relationship is rocky. And, honestly, that's both of our faults. We've been through a lot. I had her when I was 15, almost 16, and I've been alone, in and out of very abusive relationships, and we've been homeless for the majority of 17 years. We did finally get into some housing after I had her brother, and that's a whole nother story. It's too early to start crying. I'm a crier, guys. It's therapeutic, okay? So before, it's okay to cry. And it's, it can be very cleansing. And it doesn't make you weak. And it is something everybody does. So just don't judge me, okay? Cry with me if you want to. No, please don't, because that'll make me cry more. Alright, so I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I think I'm having a nervous breakdown. I don't really know what it is, but my mind is all over the place, and I just have to get whatever this is out. So please bear with me, guys. So back to this. So we've been fighting, and it's been getting pretty bad. It got pretty physical between us, and I don't understand how we got here, how we get here. Why does it have to be like this? Why? I love this little girl with every fiber of my soul, my being, my everything. I can't even tell you, being a mom at 15, it saved my life. like, I knew I wanted her, and I went through so much to have her and keep her. And I'm not the best mom, but for being a 15-year-old mom with nothing and no real guidance or support, like, I feel like it could have been so much worse for us if I wasn't the person that I am, if I didn't just keep going regardless of whatever was happening. I just had to keep going for that little girl. It doesn't matter what happens to me anymore. It only matters that she is okay and happy and beautiful and alive. That's all that matters. That's all I saw at 15 years old. That's all I saw. So I endured. I survived. I created. Anything, everything. So many things. And it's okay because she got what she needed. And, there was a lot of times that we slept outside, and at a lot of points, people would let Navia spend the night. They would let her spend the night, but I wouldn't be able to stay, and it's a sacrifice that I would have to make for her. And looking back, a lot of times I wonder, did I make the right decision? Should I just have had her with me out there? And I remember some things that happened out there, and what if she was out there with me? No. And it's just, no. I'm not perfect. And I really, really, really tried the best that I could for her. And I know I didn't make all the right choices. And, maybe, and yeah, I was selfish sometimes. I know I had to have been. I was a teenager. But I was selfish about clothes. I loved Fashion Nova so much. I had to have it no matter what else was going on. I had this, now I know it was addiction. It was the only thing that made me feel pretty, or I could go get a job, or I could fool people into thinking that, we weren't homeless, or that everything was okay. And, so some of those choices of spending, my money on clothes instead of, whatever it was at that time. And so, yeah, those choices would result in me, eating out of the garbage, or, having to figure out a way to feed my baby. And those choices were my fault, because I chose to buy clothes and spend my money with Fashion Nova instead of, making a different choice. So I'm out here homeless, carting around my suitcase full of clothes and shoes, so many shoes from different places. And I felt like that was the only thing that made me feel happy. I had this terrible attachment to these things, and I just needed them. I would flip out if, like, that was one thing about, staying at people's house or couch surfing or whatever. People always go for your stuff. Like, if you make them angry, or if they want to hurt you or whatever, they always go for your stuff, man. And so, like, that made me, like, crazy. And it was just, it was terrible. And I see that as an older woman now, like, and I truly am sorry for that. I didn't know any better. Like, I really didn't know any better. I wasn't, but I'm sorry, we got off track. My point is, I made mistakes, but I always tried for her. And the things I've done and the things I've seen, everything, led us here and made me the person that I am. And all I feel from her is just disdain and hate, and, like, I ruined her life, and I can't give her everything that she wants or even things that she needs sometimes, and it makes me feel so shitty, like a fucking failure, man. And I wish I could fix it. I don't know how, like, just other than to keep going. Like, I tried to go back to school to show her, like, baby girl, like, finish school now, so you're not 34 years old going back to school trying to, like, get paid what you deserve. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had some really great jobs. I'm not just some bum. Like, I've worked at some really great places. It's just always circumstances in life, or an abusive boyfriend, or whatever it is. Like, it's been a repetitive cycle of my life for the past 17 years. Just over and over and over. Bad things happen, and we always end up the same place. And, I had to do a lot of soul searching to try to figure out, like, what is it that I'm doing? I'm trying so hard. I'm going to work, and staying on track. And, sometimes life genuinely does happen, okay? And I'm not saying that happened all the time, but there was sometimes that life genuinely happened. And all you can do is push through it, and I just feel so much guilt and, like, shame and, hurt and pain and anger and, like, everything, man. I just wish that she could understand that I've tried so hard. And all I want is to give her at least a home. I just want to give us a home that we can have as ours forever. So no one in my family will ever have to be homeless again or endure anything like the pain that we've gone through. And I'm afraid that she definitely doesn't have any faith in me. And, honestly, it makes it really hard to have faith in yourself when you feel like nobody believes in you. It really does. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, my daughter and I get to fighting, and she has her boyfriend over, and I walk in the door, and she's like crying, and she's like, Mom, I accidentally put a hole in the door. And I was mad. Yes, we had already been fighting before that. You know, it was a whole thing. And I raised my voice, and she raised her voice, and it just escalated really quickly. And I told her to give me back the computer that I bought her. And, you know, she refused, and she's calling me out my name. And she freaking grabs me by my hair, like, and I push her, and just this altercation, and her boyfriend standing there above me, looking down on me, talking about, ma'am, you're not gonna steal my computer, ma'am, and, like, I'm gonna protect her, ma'am, like, what are you talking about? And talking about, yeah, I bet you did have to do stuff, like, he's sitting there talking shit to me, she's sitting there talking shit to me, and he's gonna put his hands on me after she grabbed me, so I grabbed her back, and then he's gonna come up behind me and put his hands on me, so my friend has to come and get him off of me. Like, what? How did we get here, man? Like, how did we get here? I just don't understand this. I don't get it, man. What else do I have to do? I have given every piece of my everything, my soul, my heart, my body, my everything to this life of trying to raise her, and nothing is ever good enough. I can never say no. She never cleans up after herself. She's never even nice to me. Like, the only time she's even nice to me is if she wants something. Like, she can never even have a conversation without ending it with asking me something. So it makes me feel like I'm just this doormat, and, like, if I can't give you what you want, then fuck me. And what did I do to deserve that? Like, am I really just this piece of shit that she's saying that I am? Am I so wrong for wanting respect and kindness from my daughter? Like, I don't understand. I feel so guilty for letting her walk out the door and for blowing up on her like that. But at some point, you know, like, I cannot be sitting here and be disrespected by you, and especially not by your fucking boyfriend. You guys are children in my home. I asked you as your mother to give me something back that I bought you because you do not deserve it right now, and you just flip out. That's what all of this is about, and it makes me really sad. It really breaks my heart that this is what our life and our relationship has come to, and that this fight happened, and that, you know, we had this altercation, and that I had to actually, like, I cannot believe this. I'm tired of this. I just want my family to work hard together, build our home, our land, have a garden and dogs and fruit trees. Damn it, I just want some damn fruit trees. I just want some fucking fruit trees with my kids and some freaking dogs. Why is that so damn impossible? someday I'm gonna get that. I will. I refuse to leave this planet without giving my children land and a home and some fruit trees and a garden. I won't. I've been through too much, and I refuse.